Sex as bait, and this STOIC tactical approach is where the narcissist's madness is revealed. In today's presentation, we will uncover the cunning manner in which narcissists manipulate sex and intimacy, transforming them into a weaponized snare. By unraveling the layers of their manipulation, we gain the tools necessary to safeguard our hearts and make well-informed decisions. This knowledge is a catalyst for transformation, an empowering force that enables us to defend our dignity and rewrite our own destinies. I urge you to stay engaged until the conclusion, where we invert the narrative and reclaim what has been taken from us. Have you ever found yourself enchanted by a whirlwind romance, only to discover it was a deceptive facade, where the charming hero or heroine conceal a malevolent villain? Narcissists specialize in projecting an idealized image initially, using flattery, passion, and idealization as tools for their exploitative schemes. They strategically capitalize on vulnerability, constructing a facade of intimacy that catches us off guard. They expedite both physical and emotional closeness, while our defenses remain oblivious to the manipulation. Once they secure commitments such as cohabitation or marriage, the charade is dropped, and all affection is abruptly withdrawn. We find ourselves ensnared in trauma bonds, victimized by misused intimacy, and unceremoniously discarded. Perhaps you've encountered the narcissist, who transforms intimacy into a dangling carrot, using it transactionally for control. They may label you as sex-crazed or frigid, inducing shame when you resist their manipulative tactics. Alternatively, they may parade external attention, sparking jealousy and pitting you against previous partners and exes through triangulation. These distressingly familiar patterns all contribute to devaluing our humanity, expediting intimacy to forge bonds and establish dominance. The scars from coercive or deceitful sexual dynamics persist, casting shadows on our subsequent relationships long after breaking free from the narcissist. Yet, as we reveal the underlying mechanisms explaining why and how narcissists weaponize intimacy, we embark on a journey to reclaim our inherent worth, voice, and agency. The first crucial step involves acknowledging that their disorder is solely a reflection of their own needs and has no impact on our true selves. Our light remains untarnished, undiminished by their dysfunction. Our longing is for partners who regard intimacy as sacred, nurturing the vulnerability it brings rather than exploiting our openness. By prioritizing values of mutual care, consent, and respect in physical connections, the distorted reflections of our desirability by narcissists lose their grip. We recognize the issue lies with them, not ourselves, and commit anew to cultivating healthy connections. Let's navigate through the unfortunately common sexual manipulations that reveal the true nature of narcissists, gaining wisdom, setting boundaries, and ultimately rewriting damaging scripts for the future. Idealization as a manipulative tool. Narcissists employ early passion and idealization as tactics to ensnare their targets, showering them with praise and validation. However, this seemingly affectionate facade conceals a carefully crafted trap, laying the groundwork for future abuse. In a healthy relationship, emotional intimacy and trust develop gradually over time. Both partners authentically engage, allowing their connection to unfold naturally without hidden agendas. Following Epictetus's wisdom, do not trust quickly nor reject quickly that which seems reasonable. Exercising prudent discernment prevents hastily entering relationships before understanding someone's true character. A supportive partner prioritizes the genuine formation of a bond, demonstrating consistent care and respect over an extended period, rather than relying on excessive flattery within mere weeks. Trust is earned through actions, not imposed demands, and is reciprocated with the same grace. Expediting bonding through rapid intimacy. Narcissists quickly escalate intimacy by engaging in early and frequent interactions, forming emotional connections before their target's defenses can surface. One individual shared, "She insisted on constant intimacy at the start, leaving me perplexed by her urgency. It became clear later that she was entangling me through misplaced closeness, long before revealing her true nature." In a healthy relationship, couples openly communicate about expectations regarding emotional and physical intimacy. Neither party rushes to advance the relationship beyond their comfort level. The pace is guided by mutual consent and care. Reflecting the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. While we may not control a partner's desire for rapid intimacy, we can manage our responses, carefully navigated connections. A considerate partner would patiently build intimacy without applying pressure, affirming that bonds strengthen with time, not coercion. Trust is nurtured through genuine love, not manipulative urgency. Withholding affection after commitment is secured. After securing commitment, narcissists commonly withhold both sexual and affectionate expressions, using them as tools for manipulation and control. A woman shared, "He lost interest in intimacy after we got married, leaving me confused and desperately trying to regain his affection. I felt trapped in trauma bonding and couldn't bring myself to leave." In a healthy relationship, physical intimacy flourishes alongside the emotional bond. Affection is nurtured, not extracted through manipulative withdrawal. In the words of Seneca, "We suffer more from imagination than from reality." When intimacy decreases, we often jump to negative assumptions instead of engaging in open communication. However, the reality is often less severe. A considerate partner would acknowledge the natural ebb and flow of desire, reassuring their partner and approaching solutions with compassion, not punishment. Intimacy is a shared garden to cultivate, not a weapon to wield. Reducing sex to a transactional tool. Narcissists view sex as a transactional tool, wielding it to manipulate, entice, and withdraw at their discretion. A man disclosed, "She treated sex like a reward, keeping me in constant pursuit. The manipulation made me feel inadequate until I realized it was just a twisted game." In a healthy relationship, intimacy is about mutual satisfaction and the deepening of connection, not a transactional exchange. As Epicurus wisely stated, "The root of all pleasures is not to desire more, but to be content with what we have." Self-sufficiency is the ultimate wealth. A compassionate partner regards intimacy as a source of gratitude, to be generously shared, not something to hoard as a bargaining chip. Their focus is on expressing love rather than seeking power, recognizing that fulfillment arises from emotional harmony, not from leveraging access. Shifting blame by projecting personal issues onto you. When avoiding intimacy, narcissists manipulate the situation by projecting the issue onto you, deflecting responsibility. A woman recounted, "When I addressed his sexual withdrawal, he accused me of being a pervert with unrealistic expectations. I wrongly assumed it must be my fault. In reality, libido's ebb and flow. A considerate partner will listen without defensiveness, reassure their loved one, and seek compromises to reconnect. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." We cannot accept a narcissist's projections. A caring partner acknowledges concerns non-defensively and takes responsibility for their part in any issue. They discuss challenges compassionately, not contemptuously. The goal is deeper understanding, not evading blame by distorting the truth. Creating rivalry among partners through triangulation. Narcissists engage in triangulation, sparking jealousy by hinting at their past relationships with others. A man disclosed, "She constantly brought up other men desiring her to create rivalry between me and her ex. I later realized it was just manipulation." Compassionate couples strengthen trust instead of jeopardizing it. They prioritize intimacy with each other, avoiding the flaunting of outside attention. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." The narcissist's manipulative game dissolves when we refuse to participate. A supportive partner feels secure in the shared connection, not relying on provoking jealousy. Attention remains focused inward, appreciating the exclusivity of the relationship. Displaying attempts at triangulation only diminishes the narcissist's influence. Manipulating gender norms and relationship expectations. Narcissists exploit societal norms related to gender roles and relationship dynamics to coerce submission. A woman shared, "He insisted sex was my duty, something only bad wives deny their husbands. I blamed myself rather than recognizing his coercion." However, wise couples transcend conventional relationships beyond rigid societal scripts. They openly discuss mutual desires to establish their unique balance of power. Throw away your books, stop letting yourself be distracted. Seneca wisely said, "We need not conform to conventions that dim our light." An enlightened partner rejects roles of dominance and submission. They engage as equals, fully embracing their agency. Possibilities expand beyond the confines of limiting traditional paradigms, reducing your body to an object. Lacking empathy, narcissists objectify their partner's body, treating it as a tool for their own selfish satisfaction and control. A man recounted, she acted entitled to touch me whenever she wanted, violating my boundaries just to assert her power. She didn't care how it impacted me. However, compassionate intimacy thrives through mutual care, consent, and respect. Our bodies are sacred vessels, not mere tools. As Seneca wisely stated, treat your body as if you were going to live forever, and your soul as if you were going to die tomorrow. Our fleeting lives are too precious to let narcissists diminish our worth. An empathetic partner cherishes your being, refraining from claiming ownership of your form. They prioritize your comfort over their own satisfaction, fostering shared devotion that guards against callous objectification, undermining confidence in your appearance. Narcissists frequently erode a partner's self-image, fostering feelings of undesirability to establish dominance in the relationship. A woman disclosed, "His cruel comments about my post-pregnancy body crushed my self-esteem. He made me believe no one else would want me, a trap designed to keep me confined." However, compassionate partners uplift each other. They understand that self-esteem must arise from within, impervious to harsh external judgments. As Epicurus wisely said, man is not worried by real problems so much as by his imagined anxieties about real problems. When we embrace our worth, narcissistic projections lose their power. A caring partner provides affirmation and perspective to nurture confidence. They help you recognize your inner and outer beauty through the lens of love, depriving the narcissist's criticism of oxygen. The fundamental issue lies in their pathology. No one deserves such mistreatment. The shame belongs to them alone, and your worth remains unaltered by their dysfunction. A man shared, "I believed her rejection of intimacy reflected my inadequacy. Eventually, I realized the ugliness was in her disorder, not me. My integrity remained intact." As Seneca wisely stated, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." The narcissist's distortions speak nothing of your value. Their disorder distorts their perceptions. When we define ourselves, the broken mirror of the narcissist cannot reflect a false image of unworthiness. Our light emanates from within, far beyond the reach of their shadows. Empowering ourselves against narcissistic manipulation in relationships. Remaining vigilant against narcissistic sexual manipulations is crucial, shielding us from self-blame and fortifying our determination to reclaim our inherent value. We deserve partners who regard intimacy as a sacred gift rather than a tool for manipulation. What resonated with you? Feel free to share your thoughts below. I believe that shedding light on these painful patterns brings validation and clarity for your personal journey ahead. Always keep in mind that the issue was never a deficiency of desirability, love, or worth on your part. It consistently revolved around their disorder and shortcomings. If these dynamics still linger, impacting your self-perception or capacity for intimate connections post-separation from the narcissist, understand that you're not alone. Consider seeking support to navigate the betrayal trauma they inflicted. Healing is an ongoing possibility with time, care, and the courage to embrace love once more. Should lingering feelings of confusion, yearning, or inadequacy linked to intimacy and sexuality resurface due to this trauma, revisit this video. Subscribe to the channel for the latest content unveiling narcissistic emotional and sexual manipulation, providing you with the tools to stay empowered. Consistent support is crucial to break free from narcissistic conditioning that falsely suggests abuse as proof that no one else could desire us. The journey of transformation commences by dismantling these falsehoods. Together, let's support one another in realizing that our true worth was never dictated by their dysfunction or shortcomings. Light and love await us when we liberate ourselves from living according to their distorted reflections. Join a community where compassion and consent prevail, a space where solidarity and understanding are freely offered. I extend an invitation for you to be part of this empowering journey.